Natalia Vladimirovna Poklonskaya is the Prosecutor General of the Republic of Crimea, third-class state councillor of justice. As an attorney, Poklonskaya rendered public service to Ukraine from 2002 to February 2014, working in various prosecutors' offices or as an assistant district attorney. During the 2014 Crimean crisis, she resigned from Ukrainian service and was appointed Prosecutor General of Crimea on the 11th of March 2014. A press conference given by Poklonskaya on the day resulted in Poklonskaya becoming an internet phenomenon. After Crimea came under Russian control, her appointment was confirmed by Russian authorities on the 25th of March 2014. Around the same time, Ukrainian judicial authorities declared her wanted criminal. She is the youngest female general in Russia. Biography. Early life and Ukrainian service. Natalia Poklonskaya was born the 18th of March 1980 in the village of Mikhailovka, Voroshilov Oblast. Later in 1990, her family moved to Yevpatoria in Crimea. Poklonskaya graduated from the University of Internal Affairs in Yevpatoria in 2002. After her graduation, Poklonskaya worked in the Ukrainian prosecutor's office, initially serving as an assistant prosecutor to the acting prosecutor of the Republic of Crimea. She was the assistant attorney of Krasnovardievsky district in Crimea from 2002 to 2006, and the assistant attorney of Yevpatoria from 2006 to 2010. Between 2010 and 2011, she was the deputy chief of a surveillance law enforcement unit of the Prosecutor's Office of Crimea, which was responsible for dealing with organized crime. In 2011 in Simferopol, she acted as the state prosecutor in the high-profile trial of Ruvi Marinov, a former deputy of the Supreme Council of Crimea. In the same year, she was appointed the Inter-District Environmental Prosecutor of Simferopol. Following that, she was transferred to the Ukrainian Prosecutor General's office in Kiev, where she served as a senior prosecutor. From October to December 2012, Poklonskaya worked as head of the prosecutors with the proceedings of the Court of Appeal of Crimea, and late after December 2012 up until March 2014 she was a senior attorney of the 2nd Division of the General Directorate of Internal Affairs, involved in pre-trial investigation and public prosecution management supervision with oversight of law enforcement in criminal proceedings. On the 25th of February 2014, Poklonskaya handed in her resignation, in which she stated that she was ashamed to live in the country where neo-fascists freely walk about the streets. The resignation was not accepted. Instead, she was given a vacation and left Kiev for Crimea, where her parents live. In Simferopol, Poklonskaya offered her help to the Crimean government, Crimean and Russian service while the Autonomous Republic of Crimea sought independence from Ukraine. On the 11th of March, Poklonskaya was appointed prosecutor of the Autonomous Republic of Crimea. Poklonskaya was appointed to the position by Sergei Aksionov after the position had been reportedly rejected by 4 others, including the former vice prosecutor of Crimea, Vyacheslav Pavlov. Her previous criticism of the opposition protests in Ukraine, and the anti-constitutional coup, led the Ukrainian government to launch a criminal case against her and strip her of the civil service rank of Counsellor of Justice. Immediately following her appointment as prosecutor, she was involved in an investigation into the violent attacks committed against Crimean Berkut members. On the 19th of March, Poklonskaya confirmed that investigations were ongoing into a shooting in Simferopol which killed 2 while denying reports that the shooter had been detained. She compared the shooting to the sniper attacks on Independence Square in Kiev from 18 to the 21st of February 2014. 2014, and stated her belief that the shooting was meant to provoke violence between the military forces of Ukraine and Crimea. Crimea, which in the meantime had come under Russian control and become a federal subject of Russia, saw the creation of its new prosecutor's office, now subordinated to Russia's Prosecutor General Yuri Chaika. On the 25th of March, Chaika appointed Poklonskaya as acting prosecutor of the Republic of Crimea for this new office. Around the same time, Poklonskaya was listed as a wanted criminal on the website of the Ukrainian Ministry of Internal Affairs, due to alleged involvement in conspiracy to overthrow constitutional order and seize state power. The Federation Council of Russia declared the charges against Poklonskaya blah. On the 27th of March, Russian Prosecutor General Yuri Chaika granted Poklonskaya the rank of Senior Counsellor of Justice. On the 4th of April 2014, Poklonskaya gave the approval for the Russian FSB to begin an operation to arrest Yevgeny Pomilov, the assistant attorney of Yalta, as part of a larger bribery case. On the 11th of April, the Prosecutor General of Russia personally presented Poklonskaya with her official papers as a Russian legal officer. On the 2nd of May, Russian President Vladimir Putin appointed Poklonskaya chief prosecutor of Crimea. On the 4th of May, Poklonskaya accused the Crimean Tatars self-governmental body of extremist activity, warning that the Mejlis could be dissolved and outlawed across Russia. On the 12th of May 2014, the European Union added Poklonskaya to its sanctions list. This barred her from entering EU countries, and any of her assets there, if existent, were to be frozen. Canada imposed similar sanctions on Poklonskaya a month later, followed by Japan on the 4th of August. Australia followed soon after, sanctioning the Russian prosecutor on the 2nd of September. On the 19th of December, the United States introduced its individual sanctions against several Ukrainian separatists and Russians, of which Poklonskaya was the only woman. In June, Poklonskaya was appointed as a judge to guarantee impartiality in the selection of winners for Russia's 5 Stars singing competition, which would select Russia's entrant for the Intervision Song Contest. In September, Poklonskaya declared that those who did not recognize the annexation of Crimea by Russia, as well as those who incited ethnic strife, would be deported. Also in November 2014, Poklonskaya was rated as the 16th out of the 100 most promising politicians in Russia by the Institute for Social, Economic and Political Studies. In March 2015, Poklonskaya was appointed as the head of the Japanese-Russian Friendship Society. On the 11th of June 2015, Russian President Vladimir Putin granted Poklonskaya the rank of third-class State Counsellor of Justice, which corresponds with the military rank of Major General. Political career. In 2015, Poklonskaya announced that she would be running as an MP in the State Duma for the United Russia Party. Throughout Russia, she is sometimes referred to as a potential candidate for the presidential elections in 2018. She is listed at number 16 on Forbes' list of most promising politicians. Internet popularity. After a video of Poklonskaya at a press conference on the 11th of March 2014 was uploaded to YouTube, her attractiveness and youth went viral among Japanese and Chinese internet users and also became the focus of attention of internet communities, such as Reddit and VKontakte, which was reported by international news outlets. Within a month, the press conference was viewed over 1.7 million times. Many fan-created anime-style images of her uploaded to the internet also attracted international media attention. A music video by Enjoy based on Poklonskaya's press conferences and interviews has had 20 million views on YouTube. In 2014, Poklonskaya was among the most searched for celebrities on the internet in both Russia and Ukraine. According to Google, she was the year's 7th most searched for person in Russia and the 8th in Ukraine. And according to Yandex, the 2nd most searched for female in Ukraine and the 4th in Russia. She was described as a sex symbol by the New York Observer and Die Welt. Personal life and family. Poklonskaya is married and has one daughter from a previous marriage. Her parents are both retired, living in Crimea, and both her grandfathers died during the Second World War, with only her grandmother surviving the German occupation. Poklonskaya stated in March 2014 that she intends to apply for Russian citizenship. After investigations into gang activities, Poklonskaya suffered an attack that left her unable to operate her face fully.